thing.
So, like, we had the Cruiserweight title at 33, Neville defeating Austin Aries. Ojo Raleigh won the Andre Battle Royal, which was a huge shocker. Dean Ambrose retained the Intercontinental title over Baron Corbin. AJ Styles defeated Shane McMahon. Kevin Owens defeated Chris Jericho for the U.S. title. Bayley defeated Charlotte, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks in a 4-way. We had the return of the Hardy Boys, which this is kind of a moment here because as soon as, because it was supposed to be, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Cesaro and Sheamus versus Enzo and Cass. When New Day came out and introduced the Hardys, like, me and this dude behind me who I don't even know, like, we were hugging each other. It was just fucking amazing.
I was high-fiving people who I didn't know as well, and I was like,
yeah.
There's a clip of me on YouTube actually reacting to this, holding my head to my chest because,
as soon as New Day came out, it's like, because there was already a buzz that Hardys might be showing up. As soon as New Day came out, some people thought it was going to be for them being added in. But as soon as they said that there's another team, it's like there was like a hush that lasted a couple seconds, and then people were like, "Holy shit!" And as soon as the Hardys actually came out,
I remember discussing it with someone who was like standing behind me, and he said, "No, it's going to be them, the New Day. They're dressed to compete." And I was like, "No, that's red herring. That's just to throw us off. It's going to be the Hardys."
Mm-hmm. Yes.
When the New Day came out in their gear, it was a complete swerve, wasn't it? Because they'd had their suits on earlier. So when they got ring gear, I was like, "Oh, here we go." And because the Hardys had that match in, was it Ring of Honor?
Yes.
The TLC match or a ladder match?
Yes, Ring of Honor.
They had a ladder match that weekend, and then they also faced the Lucha Brothers that weekend as well.
So for them,
which I was there for that one.
Oh, nice. So to have that match prior to Mania, it was like, there's no way they're going to go from one company straight to WE, straight in WrestleMania. So when they was there, that was the biggest moment for WrestleMania returns.
Yeah,
for sure. I popped so fucking hard for that.
It's the whole place.
I blew my lid.
If there was a roof on that thing, it would have blown off because
it would have popped. But yeah,
Cena and Nikki Bella defeated The Miz and Maurice, which ultimately kind of
I like this match.
Came egg on the face because I like the match itself, but Miz and Maurice, if it wasn't for Cena's engagement to Nikki, I'm pretty sure Miz and Maurice would have gotten the victory here.
They should have won. And of course, that engagement.
They should have won.
I loved Happy Like After After.
Exactly. Seth Rollins defeated Triple H. It isn't bad, but it's not really memorable.
The match itself, no.
Yeah. Randy Orton defeated Bray Wyatt, which they'll be doing again this year, except most likely a different outcome. Brock Lesnar defeated Goldberg. I said about that the best.
Really?
Naomi defeated Alexa Bliss.
Awesome match, by the way.
I don't really remember a whole lot of it besides a few moments of, some physicality. That's really about it that I remember.
The hits. It was like, this is the blueprint of, how they gotta have a perfect Brock Lesnar or Goldberg match. Just go out there, hit the bombs, go home. It's less than 5 minutes, but it shouldn't have went longer than that.
I actually won $20 off a guy sitting next to me for that match. He said, "How long do you think this match is going to last?" And I was like, "Under 5 minutes." And he thought it was going to be over. And I said, "I got $20. You want to bet on this one?"
Whoa!
And he put his timer on his phone, bell to bell, for under 5 minutes. So. Not the most memorable match, but it got me I won a bet, so it was all good.
I love it. It's like, if you remember on the TV when they showed it, like Lesnar suplexed him a couple of times and did the screamed, and then Goldberg out of nowhere just spears him.
Yeah.
And at that point, we thought it was Goldberg's last match, so course.
Originally, it was because he did that whole like quote unquote retirement thing the next night.
Hall of Fame the next year.
Yeah. Naomi won the women's championship, beating Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Carmella, Mickie James, and Natalya. Then we had the main event, which left a lot of people with tears in their eyes because we all thought it was the retirement match of The Undertaker, which it was such an amazing moment, not necessarily because it was a great thing. It was just powerful when you were watching it because he's in the ring for wrestling, then he's in his garb again, puts the hat down and leaves. It's so striking. Like
he goes to kiss his wife,
I know people who
makes you think like,
left.
oh, he's really good.
Yeah, like Brandon Dime, he left as soon as the bell was over, so he didn't see any of that. And I walked outside afterwards, and I was like, man, it's like, did you? It's like how amazing that he didn't see any of it. Neither did like you guys who we went with to go up there. They walked out as soon as the bell was over.
So they walked out. Why? They were disgusted, or
they just wanted to leave. They had nothing else they wanted to see. But it's like you guys missed out on what was originally many of us the final match of The Undertaker and the final moments of The Undertaker. And Roman Reigns the next night. Jesus, that fucking crowd.
Oh God,
savage! That was savage.
7 minutes or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say he stood there for like maybe 10 minutes. It felt like 10 minutes where we would just not let him talk.
Oh,
we were like
a lot of angry fans that night.
You retired The Undertaker. You think we're just gonna let that slide? No.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, but
and then he just came out with those few words.
Yeah, if you guys remember with Sam,
this is my yard now. Yeah.
You guys remember with Sam, who was my friend who was tagging along with this WrestleMania thing. He also walked out before once the bell rang, and Sam is not like so I'm like we meet outside the stadium, and I'm like we're not sitting in the same area, so I'm like, how awesome was that moment though? He's like, what moment down? And I didn't see that. I said, why did you leave? He was like, well, the match was over. I wanted to beat the traffic. I'm like, this isn't like your standard football match where once the whistle blows, you leave and there's nothing going to happen. It's wrestling.
Yeah.
And
you mean it for the long haul.
And God bless him, Osama Samar, if you're listening, I'm sorry because I gave him a lot of hell, the following year. Every time we talk about, the WrestleMania experience, I tell the guy, Osama left before the Undertaker got to do the farewell thing. It was an awesome thing, but you guys remember that WrestleMania, that setup for that stadium was amazing.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Those entrances. Do you guys let's just run some of those down. Some of the greatest entrances in WrestleMania history because of that ramp and that how the ring was set up. Seth Rollins putting the torch to the stage and the flames shooting all the way down the ramp to the ring to the posts, and then the fires coming up. Oh my God, that was awesome. And when you watch it back on TV, you could hear the people popping for that, like going go, like whoa, this is great. And Randy Orton being followed by a giant viper
snake. Yeah.
I know he didn't like that, did he? Personally.
Apparently, But
he said it looked like something else.
It did when because they had that head which was large. Like if they could just, why not just make it a regular snake? But I get where they're coming from. But probably.
But everyone's question on this stage was, as soon as I seen how long that ramp was, how long's it going to take Undertaker to walk down that one?
Of course,
everyone said it.
Yeah, a lot of people said it.
And thankfully he did.
It's like if I'm a wrestler and I actually have to go down the trap, I'd be weird because it's the slope downwards is a lot, higher. It's steeper than other ramps. Like,
well, remember they also had the Jeep that would take people down during like the multi-man matches too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I know there was
Naomi slid down that ramp. I was actually scared. I was like, this could end in disaster.
Yeah.
I know there was something with the New Down, that ice cream cart.
Yeah.
Going down. There was I can't remember the exact story, but I know there was an issue with that with Kofi like steering it because of how fast it kept going, because of how steep the ramp was.
Yeah. And I remember like when they had this joke thing where, you know, people, you know, got the ramp side because they wanted to see the wrestlers up close and maybe touch their hands, and then they just screwed everyone with the side. But the Undertaker's entrance was awesome. But do you guys remember how surreal it was to experience Bray Wyatt's entrance in that stadium?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
When they turned off all the
lights.
They turned off all the lights and everyone just put their phones up, and it's still one of my favorite moments. Yeah, there you go, Pete. It's like, because if you watch it, and I'm like, and this is the type of things where non-wrestling fans, I just point to this and see, this is what pro wrestling does. Where else can you see 70,000 people just without talking, without planning out, participate in this entrance and make it epic?
Exactly.
And they had that shot, if you watch it back on TV, they had the shot of the entrance from above, and wow.
Speechless.
Yeah.
It was so good.
So,
it really was.
thank you for joining us on the Outlaw Macho Drive-In. If you liked that video, please click like and subscribe to our channel for more content from the Drive-In. For full episodes of our podcast, you may look us up on Anchor, Spotify, or wherever your favorite podcasts are available. Just search for Outlaw Macho Drive-In. And if it's not too much trouble, would you help us out here? Spread the word, share. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. We love you. Bye.